Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss about clinical trials. Clinical trials are research studies that test a medical, surgical or behavioral interventions in the people. Clinical trials give a clear idea about the effectiveness and safety of a new drug and also in defining dose administration, formulation, if any combination therapies are there for well-being life. Now let us discuss about types of clinical trials. There are four different strategies used by clinical researchers in finding new approaches and to treat diseases. Those are treatment, prevention, early detection or screening, and diagnostic techniques. These four ways decided a particular objective of a clinical trials. Now let us discuss about the phases of the clinical trials. Clinical trials have different phases to determine the safety, effectiveness or any side effects of a particular drug. The FDA typically requires phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trials to be conducted to determine if the drug or device can be approved for further use. If researchers find the intervention to be safe and effective after the first three phases, the FDA approves it for clinical use and continues to monitor its effects in phase 4 clinical trials. Every clinical investigation begins with the development of a clinical protocol. The protocol is a document that describes how a clinical trial will be conducted and how to achieve the objectives of a clinical trial. The protocol document mainly consists of objectives of a clinical trial, background, subject selection criteria, that is inclusion and exclusion criteria of a particular subjects, and treatment plan, study procedures, and evolution criteria by using different statistical analysis methods. Now let us discuss about different regulatory bodies in clinical trials. First one is Code of Federal Regulation, that is CFR. It has different titles rising from title 1 to 50, and each title have different chapters and parts. Apart from 21 CRF, there is one more guidelines, that is ICH. In ICH, there is a E6 guidelines that tells about good clinical practices. This is a document that provide an international ethical scientific quality standards for designing, conducting, recording and reporting the trials that involves the participation of human subjects. Institutional review body. All clinical trials must be approved and are monitored by IRB. The primary function of IRB is to safeguard human subjects by training the research in research ethics and best practices and review the research proposals. It is an independent committee and it consists of physicians, nurses, statisticians and advocates. The IRB is to ensure that the clinical trial is ethical and the rights welfare of its study participants are protected. Finally, the clinical trials need to give unambiguous conclusion regarding the outcomes of the clinical trials in developing the treatment or any medical devices for well-being of a human subjects. When comparing a existing drug with new drug, the new drug must be have less side effects and more effectiveness towards the particular diseases in curing the illness. That's it for today's session about clinical trial phases and regulatory bodies. If you like this video, please like and comment if you have any queries, and subscribe my YouTube channel and share with your friends.